Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Hello? 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 Hello, friends. How's it going? I think this is on. An alternative location today. Hello, friends. Are you there? Are you there? I think you're all there. I'm just going to start talking. I've talked to myself before. It's not working. Welcome to Tuesday. Monday's breaking news got delayed. Snowmageddon. Let's just blame it on Snowmageddon. How many of you got an obnoxious amount of snow? As my daughter noted this morning, there's no such thing as a snow day anymore because we've all been doing business and going to school this way. Anyway, I hope you're all safe. I hope that you offer snow removal because now you're busy. Salting, all of the good things, right? All the things we can't do till we get out the door. Some news from our friends at NALP last week. NALP has provided vaccine information resource page, which Linda Thomas will put on our impact page. This last week, President Biden announced that the US will have enough supply of the COVID-19 vaccine by the end of summer to inoculate 300 million Americans. New vaccines are getting closer to federal approval, and overall, the COVID-19 vaccine efforts throughout the nation are expanding quickly. To help the landscape industry companies navigate the next phase of COVID-19, as the vaccine rollout progresses, NALP has provided HR guidance. This is really very, very important. If you are a business owner or a business manager, tune into this next segment. If you are not, but you know someone who is, tag them in this post so that they can see it. It's really important that you understand the HR elements of the vaccination. So Linda will have this on realgreen.com/impact. I will get that to her right away. It covers where and when employees can obtain the vaccine by state. They've helped you out there. Landscape and lawn care employees are essential workers at the federal level, but this can change a little bit state to state. But they also have the documentation if you're signing up for a vaccine that would suggest we in this industry are essential. The question I get asked the most: can employers require an employee to receive the vaccine? What do you think? Yes or no? I should have put a poll up here today. And it will also include resources concerning how to communicate with your employees about the vaccine. So what do you think? You own a business. Can you force your employees to get the vaccine? Yes or no? The answer is actually yes. So employers can mandate COVID-19 vaccines with the following asterisk. And think about it, this isn't the first vaccine that's ever come out. The question of mandatory vaccinations has been raised for several years, especially with regard to healthcare workers at hospitals. But due to the highly contagious nature of COVID, the question now arises as to whether employees may be required to get the COVID vaccine once they are able to actually get it. If an employee, so the answer is actually yes. Generally, employers may require that all employees take the vaccine due to the risk of contagion, to other employees, customers, and other third parties. So let's say you're an Amazon rep and you always work from home. I don't think they're going to be able to ask you to do that. You're not interacting. There's no risk of contagion in that case. For those of us in the green industry, unless maybe you're doing sales or customer service remotely, it probably does apply to us, correct? Because most of us go into the workplace, or we go to customers, or we deal with vendors. So the answer is yes, they can mandate it. But if an employee cannot take the vaccine due to a bona fide medical or religious reason, if an employee tells you, I cannot take it because I have a bona fide medical or religious reason, the employer, that's you, they have the right to require substantiation of those reasons and should then consider if they can provide other accommodations, right? So think about the ADA Act and how we have to accommodate employees. So if an employee says to you, I'm not going to take the vaccine You're trying to mandate it. Here's a note from my doctor as to why I can't receive vaccines. Then you as an employer has to try to accommodate them. So let's say it is a salesperson and they've been doing door to door. Can they work from home until this season of life has passed so that they're not interacting and not acting as a catalyst for contagion? Would that be a reasonable accommodation? These are the kinds of questions that are going to be coming our way. So we expect most employers will adopt policies very similar to what the healthcare and the hospitals have applied, which is, yes, we expect you to get the vaccine unless you have this bona fide issue. So that's what's new. I will have this on the impact page coming up. Other important breaking news. How many of you hire H-2B workforce? So this last week, the H-2B Workforce Coalition sent a letter to the Secretary Mayorkas urging the DHS to use their discretionary authority to promptly make all authorized additional H-2B visas available for fiscal 2021, and that would be 65,500. And encourage President Biden to rescind the presidential proclamation of former President Trump, is that his name? Already forgotten about him, which did restrict those caps. So we are hoping that Secretary Mayorkas will play a key part in releasing all of those for fiscal 2021, because there is a need for additional H-2B visas. If you've been hiring those, you're going to want to do that. And we've also placed online a couple of weeks ago how you can reach out to your local and state representatives. I can send you that link as well to talk about why we need support as they impact our economy. This is why Congress needs to enact permanent capital relief, and H-2B reform should be part of any forward-thinking immigration reforms. And it's very diverse, anything from expediting naturalization so that more people can come in and become naturalized citizens to actually expanding just the H-2B. Lots going on in that area. We might have snow on the ground now, but those of you that use H-2B workers are really going to want them. What do you guys think about the grass? Kind of gives me helmet head. Just trying it out today. It may not work. I had to take my earrings off. They were distracting. In the States, here's what's going on in the state. Who lives in Maine? My friend Leanna from True Green. You live in Maine. Many customers, mainly grass, you're in Maine. Last Thursday, the Maine Joint Committee on Ag held a hearing about neonicotinoids. The bill prohibits the use of the family of neonic insecticides on lawns, turf, or ornamental, while still allowing it to be used on golf courses and sports, turf, and ag. Does that make any sense? This is a problem. They think it's a problem. You can use it on golf courses, sports, your kids can go play on it, but not at home. Absolutely makes no sense. NALP's position in opposition is that decisions such as these should be made by the Board of Pesticide Controls in concert with determinations made by the EPA. We will keep you up to date on that. If you're in Maine, Massachusetts, where's my friend Mark Kalbacher? Lots and lots of friends from Mass. Bob Mann, all of you New England Patriot fans out there. The Pesticide Board Subcommittee is going to meet this week to consider an individual review of neonics in response to the literature review that was published December of 2019. The review was initiated by Caroline Dykema in support of the bill, and it would make neonic insecticides state restricted. NALP joined with partners in the Green Industry Alliance of Massachusetts. Do you all belong to that? You all need to. And of course you need to belong to our friends at NALP in supporting the literature review. As required in statute, the subcommittee held a hearing for the public to weigh in on the results of the study, and the conclusion will be coming out this week. One last note of news, the Senate advanced the nomination of Biden EPA pick Michael Regan to lead the Environmental Protection Agency. He was formerly North Carolina's top environmental regulator. If he's confirmed to lead the EPA, he'll be tasked with implementing a number of Biden's campaign pledges, including helping the US reach carbon neutrality by 2050 and the Clean Water Act. Probably so much for us to talk about, right? I will see you next Monday for news, and have a great week.